Okay, good morning, grade 8. So we're going to have the continuation of our last lesson. As you can see, we discussed about the parts of the plants. No, we talked about the function of the different parts of the plant. So we have the roots, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits, and then the seeds. Also, we talked about the plant transport system in plants. No? So we have the vascular tissues in plants, which are the xylem and phloem. So remember that when we say xylem, it is the one responsible for the transportation of the minerals and water in plants. However, when we say phloem, it is the one responsible for the transportation of uh, food in plants. No, so for today, we're just going to have the discussion of the similarities and differences of human digestive system and the plant transport system. Okay, so let's start. And similarities and differences of digestive system and plant transport system. So the first similarities of them, both system move nutrients to different parts of the body of or plant. So as you can see, digestive system in human is the one responsible sa pagta-transport ng nutrients no sa iba't ibang parte ng katawan natin. So as with the plants. Sa plants naman, syempre ang transport system or yung xylem and phloem are the one responsible para matransport sa iba't ibang parte ng plants yung kanilang minerals, water, and food. For the differences, the digestive system breaks down food into nutrients. The plant transport system does not. So, ang pinagkaiba lang naman nila, no, ang sa human digestive system, kailangan nating i-break down yung pagkain para ma-absorb ng digestive system yung nutrients. Unlike with plants na kung ano na yung kanilang pagkain, hindi na nila kailangan i-breakdown yon, di ba? So for example, yung glucose na napoproduce nila during photosynthesis, hindi na nila kailangan i-breakdown yon kasi ayun na mismo yung itatransport nila sa iba't ibang parte ng plants. But with humans, sa ating digestive system, so, syempre, bago natin maipasok yan sa katawan natin, kailangan natin siyang i-breakdown sa mouth pa lang, di ba? And kapag nilunok na natin yan or pumunta na sa tiyan natin yung pagkain, so kailangan siyang ma-breakdown or magkaroon ng or dumaan sa chemical breakdown para ma-absorb yung nutrients na meron yung pagkain. Okay? Next, similarities. Both are essentials for the survival and health of the organism. So, alam naman na po natin yan. No? Nasabi ko na yun ng nakaraan na um, napakalaki ng importansya ng ating digestive system sa bawat tao dahil una hindi magkakaroon or our body will not be able to absorb nutrients kung walang digestive system, no, kasi walang mag-absorb ng nutrients, walang magdi-distribute ng nutrients. So definitely ang digestive system ay malaki ang dahilan kung bakit tayo nakaka-survive, no, sa araw-araw. Especially sa mga sa mga plants din naman, gano'n din naman. Kasi kung walang transport system, hindi makaka-circulate or hindi mata-transport sa iba't ibang parte ng plants yung minerals, water, and food na essentials or kailangan ng mga halaman, no? Next, for the differences, so the digestive system absorbs nutrients through the small intestine. Plants absorb through roots. So sa atin, sa digestive system, 'di ba? Ang organ na responsible for the absorption of nutrients is the small intestine, 'di ba? Yung finger-like structure, yung bilay na tinatawag natin. Siya yung nag-absorb ng nutrients doon sa mga pagkain na kinakain natin. But with plants, ang parts na responsible sa pag-absorb ng nutrients nila is the roots, 'di ba? Na sabi natin na nakaraan that the function of the roots is to absorb nutrients and minerals from the soil. So yung na-absorb ni roots doon sa kanyang soil, yung nutrients, yung minerals, yung water, ayun po yung tinatransport sa iba't ibang parte ng parts ng plants. Okay, next, similarities. Both are made up of different parts that work together as a system. Okay, as a system. So, alam naman natin sa digestive system, no, we have 10 different organs. Digestive system, we have the mouth, esophagus, stomach, large intestine, small intestine, ano pa ba? rectum, anus, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. So, although they are different parts, no, they work together as one. 'Di ba? So, isa lang naman yung main goal nila, isa lang naman yung function ng mga organs na yan kahit sila ay magkakaiba. So, they work together, no? Same as with plants. Sa plants din, iba rin yung or parts nila, 'di ba? So, we have roots, stem, leaves, flowers. Although they are different, they work as a system. Iisa lang din yung function nila. No, iisa lang din yung goal nila. And ano yung mga goal nila? Sa digestive system, iisa lang ang goal. Ang goal lang naman nila is to absorb, to digest food, to absorb nutrients from the food, no? And then to distribute the food sa iba't ibang parte ng katawan natin. Same as with plants. Iisa lang din yung goal nila is to transport nutrients, minerals, water sa iba't ibang parte ng katawan ng plants. No? Next differences naman ng ating digestive system and ng plant transport system. Humans need to eat food and while the plants make their own food through photosynthesis. So isa yan sa pinaka pagkakaiba ng digestive system and ng plant transport system. So syempre sa ating tao, kailangan natin kumain no, ng pagkain para ang digestive system natin ay magtrabaho. So kailangan may intake muna tayong pagkain no para yung digestive system natin makapag-digest ng pagkain and makapag-absorb ng nutrients. While in plants, sila po ay gumagawa ng sarili nilang pagkain. Okay, so through photosynthesis. So na-discuss na natin ito na nakaraan, 'di ba? So yung photosynthesis is ito yung way or process ng paggawa ng pagkain ng mga plants. So after photosynthesis, they are able to produce sugar or glucose, which is yun po yung pagkain nila. So kapag nakapag-produce sila ng pagkain, ayun po yung dinidistribute nila sa iba't ibang parte ng halaman. Okay. Next, let's have this another similarities. Both systems support growth and energy for organisms. So parehas po silang sinusuportahan yung growth and energy ng bawat organism. So alam naman natin na sa atin sa mga tao, ang digestive system ay ang pagkain na kinakain natin ay kino-convert into energy yung ating pagkain. So, kung walang digestive system, walang tatransform or walang magko-convert ng pagkain into energy, 'di ba? So, same as with plants. Sa plants din naman, no, yung system, yung plant transfer system is the one responsible para ang dahilan kung bakit sila nakaka-survive, kung bakit sila nag-grow, no? Bakit may energy ang mga plants. So, both systems support growth and energy for organisms. Next differences natin is the digestive system uses muscle and enzymes while the plant's transport system uses xylem and phloem. So for the absorption and distribution of nutrients, so magkaiba yung ginagamit syempre ng digestive system and ng transport or plant transport system. So for humans, we use the muscles and enzymes. So yung enzyme, di ba, one of the digestive juices na kailangan ng katawan natin para ma-absorb yung nutrients sa pagkain. So, yung muscles, we have the circulatory system which kung saan madidistribute yung mga nutrients sa iba't ibang parte ng katawan natin. While in plants, ginagamit nila ay xylem and phloem lang. Na-discuss natin na nakaraan that xylem and phloem is present in different parts of the plant. So, we have the xylem and phloem sa roots, 'di ba? Sa stems, saan pa ba? Sa leaves, 'di ba? So, dahil may xylem and phloem doon sa different parts of plants, nakakapag-transport, nakakapag-circulate yung minerals, yung water, and yung food doon sa plants. Okay? So, again, magkaiba sila ng ginagamit, no? Yung responsible para doon sa absorption and distribution ng nutrients. Next, the last similarities for digestive system and transport or plant transport system. So we have various organ systems in the human body rely on and support each other. So as the different parts of a plant work together in an interconnected manner to sustain the overall organisms. So as you can see, parehas lang naman po ng digestive system organs at plant transport system organs ay nagre-rely sa isa't isa, lahat ng organ. So, 'di ba? So, pag sinabi natin nagre-rely, ay kailangan yung bawat isa, yung function ng bawat isa ay kailangan nila. So for example, si mouth. So si mouth, dahil ang function na is to break down and chew the food. So si esophagus, hindi naman niya malulunok or hindi makakadaan sa kanya ang isang pagkain hangga't hindi siya nagto-turn into smaller pieces, 'di ba? So si esophagus naka-rely siya kay mouth. So si mouth, ang kailangan niyang gawin, i-chew ng maayos yung pagkain, no? I-break down into smaller pieces yung pagkain para makadaan sa kanya, 'di ba? So same as with stomach with esophagus. So si esophagus is the one responsible or 'di ba? Ang function ni esophagus is daanan ng ating pagkain. So kapag bolus na yung pagkain, no? Kailangan si esophagus dumaan sa kanya yung pagkain para makapunta kay stomach. So ganun din naman po sa plants, no? For example, si ating roots ang nag-a-absorb ng nutrients, 'di ba, ng minerals, ng water from the soil. So definitely kung hindi mag-a-absorb si roots ng minerals, ng water, no, sa soil, walang itatransport system sa leaves, 'di ba? Sa flowers. So again, parehas po ang digestive system at plant transport system ay mga nakarely sa bawat organs nila or sa bawat parts nila. Okay. They have these similarities. Kung saan, again, yung mga parts nila ay nakarely sa isa't isa. So they are interconnected manner. So yan sabi. Okay. And then last one for the differences, humans can actively move, relocate, while plants are sessile and must adapt to their surrounding environment. So alam naman na po natin yan that tayong tao, we are able to move freely. So kahit saan pwede tayong pumunta. So kung saan tayo pwede pumunta, naa-adapt natin yung environment kung saan tayo pwede pumunta. Kaya nating makapunta kahit saan gusto natin. Diba? Kaya nating tumira sa lugar na gusto natin. Kaya nating umalis sa lugar na gusto nating alisan. So, while in plants, no, most of the plants kasi minsan tumutubo na lang kahit saan. Kung saan malaglag yung leaves, doon sila tutubo. So, they have no choice but to adapt to their surroundings. Dahil kung saan sila tumubo, kailangan nilang masanay kung ano yung nasa paligid nila. So that is the one or that is the last differences ng digestive system and ng plant transport system. Okay? So as you can see, ayun lang naman po yung kanilang pagkakaiba. But all in all, ano po ba ang pinaka main message ng ating lesson for today? So although sabihin na natin na meron silang differences, maras marami rin naman po silang similarities, which ini-implies lang naman that both system are essentials for both organisms. So sa ating humans, very crucial or very important ang digestive system dahil most of the nutrients na kailangan ng katawan natin ay galing po sa pagkain. So kailangan alagaan natin yung digestive system natin. So, alam naman natin yung mga organs na meron tayo, di ba, na belong with digestive system. So, as human, we are the one responsible para alagaan ang sarili natin. So, hindi lang naman sa organs. Paano natin sila maaalagaan or paano natin maaalagaan yung mga organs natin? So, syempre, kailangan natin kumain ng tama. Diba? So, kailangan natin kumain ng masusustansyang pagkain. At class, hindi lahat ng masarap, hindi porket masarap ang isang pagkain, ay masasabi na nating healthy siya. So, dapat we make sure pa rin na kahit masarap yung pagkain, meron tayong nutrients na nakukuha doon. Alam naman na natin kung ano yung mga importante or mga masusustansyang pagkain na kailangan ng katawan natin, di ba? We need to eat vegetables, fruits, no? We make sure dapat kahit sa isang araw makakain tayo ng isang prutas, 'di ba? We make sure dapat sa isang araw kahit papaano ay makakain tayo ng isang ulam na may gulay, 'di ba? So, and also drink more water, no? Para kailangan natin 'yan sa para maging healthy rin yung ating katawan dahil kailangan nating maging hydrated every day, no? Same as with plants, no? Napaka-importante rin po ng kanilang plant transport system. As you can see, kung walang transport system ang plants, they will not be able to transport the nutrients sa iba't ibang parte ng katawan nila or sa iba't ibang parte ng parts nila. So kung si soil lang or si roots lang ang may transport system, siya lang ang may element, magi-stay lang sa kanya yung nutrients, yung minerals, yung water. So hindi niya matatransport yan kay stem, 'di ba? Hindi niya matatransport kay leaves, 'di ba? But Then alam na natin ngayon na, ang plants pala ay hindi lang masasabi natin na, um, ngayon masasabi na natin na, ang plants pala ay merong mga transport system na parang small tube kung saan dumadaan yung kanilang mga minerals, yung mga water, yung mga food. That's why they are able to live longer kung bakit sila nabubuhay na 'no, dahil nga meron sa kanilang transport system na tinatawag na katulad din ng sa tao na digestive system 'no. So, ayun lang naman po for today. So, um, hindi ko naman na po kayo iiwanan pa ng kahit na anong activity. But again, as you watch this video, you make sure po sana na, you are able to take down notes 'no, para po, ah, sa on-site natin, I will be asking you questions about the similarities and differences of both system 'no. One reminder lang po para po sa lahat 'no, for your performance task number 2, I will be moving the deadline po until Friday to give you ample time po para makapag-prepare sa inyong performance task, 'no. I already gave the instruction, I already gave the answer sheet, 'no. Um, Again, the deadline of your performance task number 2 will be on Friday. Okay po. So, ayun lang naman po, sana po may natutunan ngayong araw kahit sandali lamang po tayo nagkausap or kahit sandali lang po ang ating discussion. So, sana po ay nabigyan ng oras ang pag-aaral ngayong araw 'no, at kahit papaano may natutunan sa bawat teachers 'no, kahit tayo po ay magkakalayo. Okay, so yun lang naman po. Marami pong salamat or thank you everyone. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.